Everybody, it's Kyle coming to you live from my basement on a Monday evening. Woo! The big news today is that we actually started to move at work. I was moving into the studio, so I am actually located in there now. So yay! But I've got a lot of work to do in there. I have a lot of stuff to build out and get it ready to go. So, it's good and bad. I mean, obviously it's great because it's very exciting about the future for my company. So, the first things first, I want to go to a quick call. I had a call in, believe it or not, from Orrie I believe in Ohio, and he's calling in regards to traffic. So let's take a listen to that real quick.
And Kyle, this is Orrie. Hey, man, I wanted to share a little traffic incident with you. Kind of after hearing your podcast, man, it brought back some memories of something that I pretty much encounter every day here in Ohio. So it's kind of like the same terms that you're talking about where why everybody slows down. Well, it happens every day here on Route 22 right in front of my house. Basically, there's two lanes that go down to one. But for some reason, everybody stays in the left lane and just stays there. Nobody uses the right lane at all to merge into one, so they just sit there in the left lane. So you could call me an a-hole, but I go in the right lane and go as far as I can for about a mile or two and then cut over at the last minute. I don't think it's being an a-hole, man. I think that lane is there for a reason. So I take that all the way down. I get middle fingers. I get people trying to cut me off. I get the horn. But at the end of the day, my neighbors and I discussed with my buddies, and we're like, hey, man, that lane is there for a reason. So I don't know what is up with people, but they just sit there 2 miles back to sit in that one left lane. I mean, and there's that other lane that just sits there and nobody even goes through. It's like they're afraid to go in that other lane for some reason. But anyway, man, keep up the great work on the show. Love it. Talk to you later.
All right, brother. I feel your pain. There's so many horrible drivers out there. And it's funny, a lot of people, especially with what you're talking about, a lot of morons don't even know about the zipper merge. That's what that's called when you have two lanes, but it's going to get down to one lane. You are supposed to do exactly what you're doing. That's kind of the point. And if everybody gets up to a point and then merges, it's like a zipper coming together. Everything moves faster and better. It's when morons don't do that. That's what holds everybody up and leads to situations like I'm talking about and like you're talking about. But hey, man, thanks for calling in. I appreciate that. And, stay tuned. There'll be more things to call in about. All right. Okay, so let's see. What is bugging me? Well, gosh, guys, that's a tough one. Everything's going so well right now. I'm having a tough time trying to decide on anything that's really bothering me or frustrating me right now. I guess I would say this. I did see something the other day. I read something online that someone is going to make a sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, to the Tobe Hooper film from back in the day. The only problem is that I know of is that Tobe Hooper did make a sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre called Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And it's super campy, super goofy and cheesy, kind of makes fun of the horror genre. But I absolutely adore that movie. I know my uncle and I, who I've talked about before, when I was talking about Pink Floyd Animals, he and I used to watch that all the time on HBO over and over and over again. Dennis Hopper's in it. It's weird. It's more of a comedy than anything, but it's a lot of fun, and the soundtrack is amazing, man. I think that might be the first breakthrough thing Concrete Blonde ever did. But there's a lot of great bands on that soundtrack. As a matter of fact, I have that soundtrack on vinyl, believe it or not, and I've had it for quite a while. I've had it since before this whole vinyl craze I'm going through right now. And I bought it because I saw it somewhere, and they never made it on CD. I had it on cassette. I wore the cassette out. So when I saw it on vinyl, I knew that was, even back then, probably, 15, 16, 17 years ago, I knew that vinyl was a more permanent version of the music. So I went ahead and bought it. Anyway, so what I'm getting at here is that it really bugs me that people just remake things. I'll get into something that I really like here in a few minutes, but needless to say, I watched the film Hereditary this weekend, and my boy Mikey, he suggested it. He watched it and was like, "Holy shit!" And so I'm like, "Okay, well, I got to watch this." So I did, and holy shit, man, he's absolutely right. But it's an original story. It's an original idea, and it's just so well executed and so well made and genuinely scary. I wonder why more people don't do original things. And nothing's truly original anymore. But what I'm saying is, let's not do remakes and sequels and prequels and all that shit all the time, man. Whatever happened to just a new story, a new idea? I think there's still plenty of room for that stuff, and I just really wish we'd quit remaking things, especially when you don't understand the whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre universe thing or whatever, or else you would already know that Tobe Hooper made a sequel. So it kind of pissed me off to see that. And like I say, I'm just really tired of all these sequels and prequels and shit. So, but we're going to go to an ad real quick, everybody. And we'll be right back with some things that I'm into right now. Kyle, take it away. All right, and we're back. Okay, so what am I into right now? Well, I've already let the cat out of the bag on Hereditary, right? Man, what a crazy, amazing film. Like I said, Mikey was raving about it. And I've had that film on my radar. I just never have watched it. But boy, am I glad I did. It is amazing. It is so atmospheric and just striking visually, and the acting is incredible. It's an original idea. It's very unsettling and disturbing. You feel so uncomfortable watching it. I haven't felt that way in a long time watching a movie, and I would give it 6 out of 5 stars. I mean, it is that good. Definitely worth your time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Midsummer now. I heard so much about that when it came out this last summer. People freaking out and getting up and leaving the theater and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So I can only imagine just how bizarre and upsetting it is. But hey, I kind of like that stuff in horror films, and I like it when it's just real enough to freak you out, but at the same time so bizarre and strange that it's hard to explain. So check it out. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Give it a shot. And Midsummer, I believe, comes out in October on home video, so check that out as well. Let's see. Other than that, we started watching a new show on Amazon Prime called Undone. It's very good. It stars the woman who was the main star of Alita Battle Angel. I think her name is Rose. Let me take a look here real quick. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but it's about a young woman who is dealing with the death of her father. That happened a long time ago when she was really young, and she has a sister and a mother, and just everything she's going through, and she's kind of struggling with her own life as well. But it's Rose Salazar who played Alita Battle Angel, and it is remarkable. It's rotoscoped, so if that's not your thing, I know that kind of makes some people a little bit ill, but it is absolutely amazing, and I highly suggest you check it out. Bob Odenkirk is in it and plays her deceased father, who is trying to communicate with her. So check that out if you get a chance. It's really good as well. Other than that, just as you guys know, man, I'm so knee deep in vinyl and just loving it. Got Queen's Greatest Hits, Tupac, All Eyes on Me. I love that album, man. It's like a quadruple album. It's really great. And then my lovely wife also got a little bit of the vinyl bug this weekend. We were kind of looking around, and I came across an original printing of Pink Floyd The Wall. and Led Zeppelin 4. In addition, got the remastered version of Purple Rain by Prince, which includes the poster inside of Prince of the Revolution, and also picked up a Black Sabbath album, kind of a later one with Ozzy. I think it's the second to the last one with him, called Never Say Die. But I like it. I like that one. I like Technical Ecstasy, which I believe is the last one. I like both those albums. So I'm interested in finding more, Black Sabbath albums. I love Black Sabbath, so we'll see. I'm sure I'll come across something. But yeah, and then got Stevie Nicks' Greatest Hits for the wife. She really loves Stevie Nicks. I mean, I do too. I just think, I'm more of a Fleetwood Mac guy. So, but really into that still, guys. Just humming along on that vinyl and really just enjoying some good times listening to it and relaxing and chilling out and taking it in. It kind of opened the can of worms with the remaster 180 gram vinyl pieces, but boy, they sound so amazing. So I'm totally cool with it. Yeah, and other than that, I mean, there's, not a whole lot else going on. We are doing a family book club, and the first book I've chosen for all four of us to read and to discuss is Night by Elie Wiesel. I know that there's some friends out there that I went to high school with that will remember reading that in high school in our lovely English teacher's class, Miss Greger. She was really into getting us to read that book, and it's kind of the first book I read in class that I was just wholeheartedly interested in. I picked it for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's like 128 pages long, so I figured they could keep their interest. Number two, they are interested in the fact that the Holocaust happened and the atrocities committed. They're not really interested in that, but they're interested in the fact that it happened, kind of like anyone else is. So to hear the true story of a young man going through that is pretty amazing for them. So we're working on it. We're trying to get that thing read and move on to the next one after that. We're going to let different people pick out each time. So I picked the first one just to get us going, and we'll see where it goes from there. Other than that, guys, I mean, really not a lot going on. I haven't really read anything new or much else, going on besides what I've been talking about. But just, keep it up, guys. Orrie, I really appreciate you calling in, and I hope some other people will too. I know I did the tequila throwdown too, or dose, with Mikey and I trying out some higher end tequilas, especially that Caliber. Whew, what a beautiful vintage that was. But, if you guys have any stories or you just want to be a part of this, or, please give a call in or leave a voice message on that, on the anchor.fm website there. I can play those on here. Like you heard, Orrie called my phone actually, and that's what I ended up doing that from. So any way you want to get a hold of me or any way you want to leave a message, please do, and I'll see what I can do to get that on here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys listening, and you guys keep it up, and I will keep it up as well. I do want to say I did a second Dad Snark Tech review. It is actually not for anything really exciting in the world of tech, but it is for for a humidifier, an ultrasonic humidifier made by a company that I work with on these reviews. And so that is up. The video is up. I'll put a link to that or embed it in the show notes here so you can check that out when you get a chance. But you guys keep listening. I will keep making these. We'll keep going. This will keep moving on, and we'll just keep having fun with it. I have a blast doing this. I know that my bearded friend will be joining me soon. I got to get that all set up, and we're talking through some logistics on that, and he will be joining me hopefully for the next episode. We'll see. But until then, guys, please get off my lawn.